show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on GTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Romney Tortola Pier Park, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light Bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports. This is The Big Story. I'm Kathy Richards. I want to thank you so much for joining us for this edition. Today we want to be talking why we need to be riding for life. And I guess you would have seen a flyer going around and hearing the advertisement, because I know the groups that are involved here, they are very, very active in pushing this, and it's something they've been passionate about for so long. So I am delighted to welcome you to our studio, Mr. Tito.
Thank you, Kathy.
The BVI Alzheimer's Association, and I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. We are riding for life again.
That's right. You said again, yes.
Again.
You would have remembered.
I remember because I was at the back in the broad hot sun of a vehicle, and we were going through from Save the Sea straight down to Meath Island, and I remember that experience. And there was so much that was learned, and messages sent, and you saw support surrounding it. So tell us, what's happening this time?
Well, again, Kathy, thank you for having us. And the word is collaboration,
Yeah.
I'm sitting next to the Empress. Partnership. We're working together because that's, even the good books say that a city cannot stand if it's divided. So we have learned that, and we have decided Alzheimer's and the male and female program. We have a young man who have passed away. Several of our young folks have died on the bicycle. And we want to bring awareness to the riders and also to the other motoring public. Because I think one of the things that we need to know for sure, the culture have changed, and we have to be receptive when it comes to motorcycle riding in our traffic. In other countries, part of their traffic. We can make it a part of our traffic also. I'm not saying that the boys all the time are 100%. And
boys and girls.
Right, boys. I'm not saying that.
Yes.
But again, we can't stop. So we have decided that we are going to continue with this campaign, safety when it comes to the road. So we starting the march is the 31st, which is Saturday. Starting from Save the Seed, and we go through the same route. We're going to lay a wreath the same way, where a young man died, and we're going to say something and then move on until we come back to Save the Seed. There's a little additional this year. This year we're looking where we're going to look for that young man who we can call the king of the road.
Oh, wow.
There's a trophy, there's insurance, there's license, and there's a helmet that is waiting for him. We have also some insurance that we're going to give to some of the riders, but they have to meet the criteria. We have some helmet also that we're giving out, and we have also the license that we're giving out. I think I've said it from my side. I know I'm excited, that's why.
I always love your energy. When you hear Mr.
I'm just excited.
There's excitement, but sometimes you struggle to find the connect.
Right.
When you say male,
yes,
and a right for life, and then you see BVI Alzheimer's Association, what the connection? How these two mesh?
Okay, first of all, it's the Virgin Islands Alzheimer's Association.
Yes, put that V there.
Put that V, thank you. First of all, any jolt to the head, any blow to the head, that soft brain tissue hitting against the skull or any hard object creates damage to the brains, to the nerve endings of the brain. So therefore, in the short term and the long term, it creates difficulties in the communication within the brain. So difficulties with the brain ends up with dementia. And traumatic brain injury is clearly a dementia. So we are concerned about those folks who get in accidents with a truck, with a car, hit their head. They may have a concussion. They may not have a concussion right away, but we want them to see the doctor because the possibilities exist later on for them to start feeling the effects, having memory issues, personality changes, difficulties communicating, planning, and all these are issues that occur with someone with dementia. So what we're doing is trying to be preventative by saying, hey, listen, this is an issue that we're concerned about. We want to work with male, female, to try to prevent some of this and to educate you, the community, you, the young men, women who are riding a bike, the importance of gearing up, of putting on your helmet, because the only thing at this point that can save you is a helmet. And even that, depending on the accident, doesn't do it. But at least we want you to know, do this, because what happens in the future is more devastating because it ends up in a dementia. And what happens for us with the Alzheimer's Association, the number of persons in the future will continue to increase as the number of accidents increase. Absolutely. So that's the connection.
And Kathy, Edna is not saying this, but it's true. You might not die, but then you have to live with all those pain and memory loss. Right? She's holding back some. Right. No, but and then it affects the whole entire family. So not just the individual now, but mommy now have to scrape from all end because this child need to be sent off because there is not enough. The facility is not here to cater for them in that way. Exactly. That's our biggest concern right now.
And then while the immediate in some cases you wouldn't even realize the damage that would have occurred.
Absolutely.
Because I don't feel no pain.
Exactly.
Until later, yes.
Right. You grow older, and suddenly you having a striking headache, or something you're fainting, and you can't tell when they go do a chest scan. Oh, there was an airline fracture.
Exactly.
Years ago.
Way back when. I've had the experience with my mom. I've had the experience with a daughter. And these things happened so long ago. And
exactly.
Now it surfaced in my mom. And this was when she was way young. So these things do have its effects in the long run. So if we can avoid it, oh gosh, let's preach.
Absolutely.
And we're saying to the parents, we're saying to the parents too, right? Because you're talking about your mom. Now, as a parent, if you see your son, the interest is there, and I know it helped you because you don't have to drop him to school anymore. He can now get on his bike. He's 16. Make sure you have his license. The license and the insurance is under $500. $250 for the insurance. Boom. And less than $50 for, so about $300, and you can get your bike license and insurance. I'm saying to you parents, take that because it's gonna be cheaper in the long run. Because if he's prepared, then anything happen, he's secure. Then you can work around it. So I'm saying to the parents, please do me a favor, man. Talk to your son, talk to your daughter, and make sure that they put on their gears and get themselves sorted out because it will be beneficial in the long run.
And I want to add to that. For you parents, family members, also talk with them about driving safely within the roads. Following the traffic rules. Stay in the lane of the cars. Don't zip in and out of the traffic. Because when you zip in and out, when that child zip in and out of the traffic, me as an elder suddenly is startled, and I can make a mistake and turn to the right and get in an accident. I can suddenly stop because I'm fearful and get in an accident. Whether it's with another car or with the motorbike. So talk with your children about driving, riding safely, and riding with the traffic, because there are rules to the traffic. They can become part of the traffic. I was recently in Colombia, and you know what they have? They have motorbikes that are used as taxis. And they drive with the traffic. The passenger on the back has the full gear. The driver has the full gear. They're licensed, and they're driving right along with the traffic. And that's what we'd like to see happen with our scooter drivers here, obeying the rules of the road and also being fully geared.
Okay. And you know, very often the riders of motorcycles, they feel as though, you know, you're just hammering on them, hammering. I do everything that I'm supposed to do. I've been riding and the way I'm supposed to be riding in according to the law, but yet an accident would have occurred. But the thing is, you're have
prepared.
your gear.
You're prepared.
Yeah, and you know, the message is also to four-wheel motor vehicles.
Yes.
Because when an impact happens, you too can suffer a concussion.
Absolutely.
Yes, because
absolutely.
the head, yeah. And that's why we're calling on the young men, right? Because I know that sometimes we, like you said, they might feel like if we're getting on their nerve.
Yes.
But because we are a little bit older, as not say, well, I don't know. I'm refining, not. Yeah.
I'm vintage.
That's right. I want you to change that.
I'm
So
vintage.
they might say we are getting at them, but because we have gone through certain levels and we have experienced certain things, we have our spiritual eyes, or the third eye for us when you reach a certain age is open wide, so you can see certain things
Wider.
wider, and you're saying to them, look, this is what I'm asking you to do. But I want to say to the motoring public also, when you pull up next to a scooter rider and he's following the rule, have his helmet on, well geared on, the bike is not noisy, stretch your head out and say, great job. I love that. The next time you see that rider and he don't have his helmet on, you can talk to him. You know why? Because you talk to him while he had his helmet on, so it's not like you're picking on him. You're saying to him, you're doing a good job. So applaud them also when you see them doing the right thing. And it's going to make it easier.
Yeah, we have a lot of them doing the right thing.
Yes.
We have
A lot.
of them doing the right thing.
But it's those who are not doing the right thing that we're very fearful about.
Yeah,
You know,
nice.
because prevention
always better than
always
cure.
better than cure.
Yeah, and
in this situation.
Yeah, and very often hairline
Yes.
fractures are not curable.
Right.
So
Yeah.
on this 31st, we're gonna have there's a mother who is gonna be there, who's gonna talk about her son getting an accident and the change that it brought about in that child life. That was my neighbor, and I've seen that little boy grown up. Now he went away to school, get in the accident, and he's nothing like who he
Who
was.
used to be.
It's a total different person.
Yeah.
So there's somebody there who's going to share that. This year we are honoring Keon Frederick.
Okay.
That's Mr. Frederick died in the motor accident. So this year we want to pay tribute to him, and then we're going to give his mom a plaque, and then mom have a message also. Very important. So parents, you need to come on out. 3 o'clock is our closing ceremony. Mom have a message that she wants to give to the parents when it comes to scooter riding and their children. You can't afford to miss that.
Persons have to register if they want to ride.
Register for the ride, because what we're doing, we're not just having this ride like, you know, it's
Not a
something we're trying to build. So once you register, there's a box that you can tick: license, insure, no, insure, yes. You tick that. So then we see your phone number. So if you're not licensed, we are going to follow up and walk you through the process, get you down to DMV, make sure you get licensed. We have Sally down at DMV, Dira at DMV, and they're waiting for to help these young men. So once you register, we see your name, we see your situation, we work with you. That's the whole idea.
I think I remember the last time we had DMV on spot.
On spot.
We're
Hopefully,
registering, yeah.
let's keep our finger crossed.
That they can come out to the.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
we know when they get on that ride, they're riding license.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's the whole idea.
Yes.
That's why we're starting 11 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Registration is 11 o'clock. So you come on down, register your bike, and we can able to help you from there. And then
okay.
DMV is going to be there, the insurance.
Caribbean insurers are going to be there.
Right.
Yes.
Nice. So is there a fee to register, or it's absolutely free?
Free.
There is no fee.
No fee.
There's no fee. This is a way of giving back. And like I said, collaboration. You have male, female. You have the New Life Baptist Church, who have literally contributed to this. Then we have the Save the Seed Energy Center, who have literally partnered with us to this. So they have given us stuff so that we can give back to the community. Then we have SHRM, who is our major sponsor. What they call it, the platinum. The platinum make sure that we are covered and okay. And then we have Alzheimer's. The Alzheimer's also have all of us. We just pull our funds together. And that's why we were able to go to the guy with the helmet, purchase some helmet, get our insurance, get our license, and get our big monster trophy. That trophy is big.
Right. And do our PR.
Yes.
And do our PR.
Yes.
Because that's what's been out there on Facebook.
Yes,
and
nice.
to all the things, and that has been important because we've gotten a lot of, recognition and responses to the PR that's been going out.
That's
and
nice.
this is thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to do our part. So registration starts at 11.
That's right.
And the ride starts at 1. And we move from
Save the Seed.
See,
We make stop to the different point where a young man had an accident. We pause there for not more than a minute and a half, let it read, and then we say a prayer, move on until we get to Beef Island, and then we walk our way back. So we're gonna go over the Ridge Road because there's two accidents up on the Ridge Road.
Yes.
And then we're gonna come back down. We're gonna come back to the Ridge Road because there's no accident of motorbikes over at the HLS, HLSCC. There's no accident there, but there's one in Jean Hill. So we're gonna come back down and then go up Jean Hill, do that one, and then head back down to Save the Seed. So that's supposed to be the route, and we're hoping by 3 o'clock we should be out of the way.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. The last time it was major, big. We had some rain, we had sunshine, we had fun. And with the added parts to it this year.
And the added partners,
Yes, and how you're going to be honoring and nice. I love it. Look forward to Saturday. Make sure you got a space behind an open truck. Please make sure that umbrella could hold me.
I have to make sure.
This time, people are loving this thing so much that I have a gentleman who came up to me and say, you can have my safari bus to carry the senior who wants to go and see it. And I'm like, wow,
Nice.
good. No charge because he like what we're doing. And this is what been happening. This is what been happening. People have been seeing what we're doing. One guy walk up to me and say, can I buy a helmet? And I'm like, sure. So I'm saying to you, if you feel like you want to buy a helmet, it's not too late. Okay. It's not too late. There's a young man in Lower State. You know where the helmet is being sold. You go, you buy a helmet, and you bring it. We're good with that. You don't even have to give us any money. We're good. Just bring a helmet.
All right. Okay, great. So we look forward to Saturday. We know it's going to be a great success. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of education, and a lot of lives going to be saved. A lot of hearts are going to be eased from pain, sharing. Okay, so thank you for stopping by. We're looking forward to it, and I thank you so much for the pleasure of your time to be with us here on this edition of The Big Story. I'm Kathy Richards.
Large and small corporations in the BVI can't be wrong. Bovi HR, a BVI-based integrated solution of employee timesheets, leave tracking, scheduling, employment letters, HR processes, pay slips, and tax reports, including NHI, Social Security, and Inland Revenue, will make your management of employees easier. While Bovi HR can cater to the needs of larger enterprises, it also works exceptionally well for small companies. To sign up, visit bovihr.com, that is BOVIHR.com, or call us at 342-9686.